Alrighty, God's morning to you. The time is now 8:03 a.m. on this lovely May 20th, 2024 day. Um, so we pretty much got exactly what we were looking for in the overnight session. We took some longs early in the session at around I think it was like 5:45 is when we started trading. Um, and so we got a couple longs. I think it was about we were long from 60ish up to 72. Um, so we definitely got a good decent start to the day. Um, we are in a trade now. Hopefully, we get our profit that we're looking for. Um, but this seemed like a pretty straightforward setup. We got the initial rejection at um, the high of the opening range candle from Friday. And then we sold off and we found, some support at the fib here. And then we just made a retracement up to pretty much the level I was looking at from Friday, which was um, the overnight high during London's session. So we had that high here at 7 a.m. At 18,686 and 3/4 on Friday, and we swept it at 18,689 and 2/4 at 6 a.m. today. So because we took that level out, obviously I'm not looking for us to retrace there for New York first. I'm actually looking for us to resolve this imbalance here at settlement and likely going much lower. Um, Not like too much lower, but I'm looking at least 18,621 as a target. We'll see what the New York fibs for today will give us. Here on the 3 minute, our Fibonacci Bollinger Band hybrid is currently at 18,631 and 2/4. So that's below settlement. We can find ourselves, um, you know, bouncing from there as well. But whatever happens, I think the draw is to the upside. If we look at the 3 minute and focus, the structure kind of tells us that that level we just called out, 631.50, could be a place we retrace from. If we do go for a deeper retracement, I'm looking at 617, between 620 and probably 615 ish. But again, we're waiting for our New York fibs to give us instruction on where our levels should be. If we put on the Asia fibs from Sunday, we have between 20, 18,620, and a pretty tight range actually. So I could see that honestly as being where we ultimately bounce from. And hopefully on this trade we're in, we don't get stopped out. But we did take a quick loss, so we did scale down, trying not to get ahead of ourselves just because we're up in some profit from last night. I'm moving my take profit down to that 20 level, and I'm keeping my stop pretty tight. So we're consolidating prior to open, which is pretty much what you would expect. Um, but hopefully we can keep structure on this current pattern. And if we don't, we'll just wait to open. Um, we're not risking too much. We were in 20 micros here at 8 o'clock, and we got stopped out. So we might get stopped out here. Yeah, we got stopped out. So um, gave back a little profit from last night. Just thankful to even have it. But we need to now just be patient, wait for 8, because what we thought we had here likely is not here. We might reject here on the 1 minute EMA. I don't know if I want to re-enter, to be honest, but just need to be patient and not try to feel like we have to take every single trade or win every single trade. 55.75 was the original entry that I wanted, and we probably should have waited for. Right now, it's the lowest risk trade, so we will put an order in there, and we will see if we get a nice rejection off that level. We might, I don't know, we might swing up above it a little bit, but for now, that's where we're going to try to establish a new position. We're here looking at the 15 minute on Top Step X. I think for this pattern on the 15, if we move above this this doji here on the 745 candle, then whatever I'm seeing is invalidated in terms of continuation to the downside. But it just makes logical sense that we will turn to the downside and resolve settlement. I was just a bit early on my entry, and we gave back. I think from our overnight high, we made 673 overnight. So we gave back about half of that. Not something we want to, um, you know, continue to do. But we won 3 trades in a row from Friday's session. Our last trade to last night's trade was really good. Though we lost 4 in a row, they were really, really small losses. One loss this morning being 150. So if we can just maintain sort of better composure there. Ideally, we should never hit our stop loss if we are in 5 to 10 contracts. The only way we would is that if we move it aggressively into one direction, because structure no longer looks great. And so that's what we did on this last trade. We lost 25 bucks on it. Or I guess it split us into 2 sells because we did scale into it. So we lost about 60 bucks on it, which is I'll take that all day. So remember to be aggressive only at the levels that make sense and not where you feel like, it makes sense. So we still don't have an EMA cross yet on the 1 minute. So the entry we're looking for should hopefully work out, but we will see. And I think that's all we really need to go over. I guess let me be a little bit more punctual. So I was looking for a retracement too. So we obviously sagged below the weekly close, the highest weekly close for the year on Friday, and we aggressively bought up from there. I am looking for not necessarily a retest of that level, but maybe a deeper retrace between settlement and that level. So there's about 60 points between settlement and the highest weekly close. So yeah, we can find ourselves somewhere around 600 even on the day, but really don't look to go long until you get something on the higher time frames. And I think we will be fine. We're in options contracts on AMC for June 2025, so that's great. We don't really have to worry about those accounts. So yeah, we're focused here, and we should have a great day if we're patient and just waiting for our levels. So right now, like I said, we're waiting for this 655 3/4 to hit. If we get weakness here, how we are, and we don't retrace up, we'll look to scale in little by little. But for now, this is what we're watching, and we'll do a recap at the end of the day. All right, let's get it. Grace and peace.